Celebrate the 50 states. Celebrate the 50 states. Oh, this is pretty cool. Alabama. Alabama is a warm southern state. Do you want to look at it with me? Our rocket was made in Huntsville. Apollo 11 lands on the moon. In 1819, 22nd-year-old. They have opossums. Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery is the capital. Why is Rosa Parks famous? Cotton clothing feels good in hot weather. Paper pulp, iron, steel, and Gulf of Mexico. Alaska is the largest and coldest state. There's polar bears, orcas, willow particuming, caribous, muskox, walrus, Malamute sled dogs. How much does Alaska cost? Trans-Alaskan Pipeline, Mount McKinley. Mount McKinley is a highest peak in North America. Native people carve totem poles to show their family clan. Arizona. Arizona has a dry climate and unusual scenery with mesas, canyons, and rock formations. It's the 48th state in 1912. Irrigation helps us grow. There's Flagstaff. Phoenix is the capital. The petrified forest is full of fossilized trees. The cactus wren. The cactus flower. How deep and how long is the Grand Canyon? Navajo weavers make beautiful rugs. Arkansas. Arkansas is called the natural state because of its mountains, forests, waterfalls, lakes, rivers, and mineral springs. It's the 25th state in 1836. There's the Ozark Folk Center, Bobcats, Hot Springs, Little Rock, it's the capital. There's a mockingbird. What precious stones can be dug up in Alaska? You may have eaten rice and processed fruits from this state. We like to go canoeing on the Buffalo River. California. It's the 31st state, 1850. More people live in California than any other state. California Valley quail, Half Dome Yosemite National Park. Sacramento is the capital. San Francisco. I was made in Silicon Valley. Movie stars want to win me. How hot can it get in Death Valley? The Pacific Ocean. I like the sunshine and surfing in California, but not the earthquakes. Our state grows the most fresh produce. Colorado. People who come to Colorado enjoy skiing and hiking in the Rocky Mountains. Founded in 1876, it's the 38th state. What ferocious dinosaurs used to live in Colorado? I was made at the U.S. Mint in Denver. Denver's the capital. Mesa Verde National Park. These cliff dwellings weren't built long ago. The Rocky Mountain Columbine, that's the Lake Lark Bunting, and the Bighorn sheep. Connecticut. Connecticut's factories were submarines, clocks, helicopters, hardware, locks, and silverware. Connecticut's the 5th state in 1788. Oh, there's a robin. That's boring. Who wrote America's first dictionary? The mountain laurel, the raccoon. Hartford is the capital. Long Island Sound and submarines. Mystic Seaport is a restored 19th century waterfront town. Delaware. The first state founded in 1787. Delaware was the first of the 13 colonies to become a state. What was invented here in 1935? Wilmington is part of Delaware. There's the Bombay Hook Wildlife Refuge. Dover is the capital. Rehoboth Beach is a place where a lot of people like to go. I hatched in southern Delaware. We go to Rehoboth Beach for vacation. The peach blossom and the blue hen chicken.
Type 4.
Kimmy.
One costume is heart muscle.
Heart muscle, I like it. Florida.
Yes.
Yes. Florida is the 27th state, 1845. Florida is a flat peninsula with more than 1,000 miles of sandy beach. What is the Earth's largest wetlands on Earth? It's a mockingbird asking that. The Gulf of Mexico, which is where we went on vacation. John Paul, that's where we went on vacation, right here. The manatee, the grapefruit, orange blossom, honeybees, bottlenose dolphins, the Everglades, the Florida Keys, Orlando, that's where Disney World's at, and the Kennedy Space Center. Of course, alligators. Georgia, the fourth state founded in 1788. Georgia is the largest state east of the Mississippi River. At the end of the Appalachian Trail is in Georgia. How far does it go? There's the Atlanta, watermelon, peanuts, peaches. Civil rights leader Martin Luther King was born in Atlanta. Hawaii, very colorful, is the 50th state founded in 1959. The nation's youngest state is a chain of islands. Each island is the top of an underwater mountain. So you got, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I know that's Ojai, or Oha. I don't know. Maui, Waikiki, Hilo. Surfing was invented by Hawaiians. The pineapple is part of Hawaii. Aloha. How many letters does the Hawaiian language have? I don't know. The hula is a traditional dance. It is often performed at a luau, a big feast. Idaho. Oh, Idaho. 43rd state in 1890. Idaho has many mountains and miles of rivers. What causes white water in a river? I know what that is. We grow the most potatoes in Idaho. There's a cougar and a sarong, whatever that is, sawtooth range. I'm not doing very good on the reading tonight, buddy. Okay, Illinois. Illinois has quiet farms in the countryside and busy urban areas. Chicago is a great city that is a hub for shipping by land, air, and water. How many stories does the Sears Tower have? There's Lake Michigan. Springfield's the capital. 80 miles. It's a pretty big state. As the nation's oldest zoo, has free admission. And has Illinois violets. Indiana. Like other Midwestern states, Indiana has cornfields, small towns, cold winters, and hot summers. It's the 19th state, founded in 1816. They have Lake Michigan. Abraham Lincoln. In 1858, he said, "As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master." Abraham Lincoln lived in both Illinois and Indiana. He lived in both. He became one of the country's most beloved presidents. What's a Hoosier? Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial. Indy 500 Motor Speedway. Head capital is Indianapolis. It's the PD. Iowa. 29th state founded in 1846. Iowa has over 100,000 farms. The biggest crops are corn and soybeans. Who painted us? Sioux City, Des Moines is the capital. This state has great topsoil. National Balloon Museum, and my calf won a prize at the Iowa State Fair. There's an eastern goldfinch and a wild rose. Kansas. 34th state, founded in 1861. The flat plains of Kansas grow wheat and other amber waves of grain. Many private airplanes and small jets are made in Wichita. How did cowboys come to Dodge City in the 1880s? It has the world's largest salt deposit, a National Teachers Hall of Fame, and a geographic center of the lower 48 states. Topeka is the capital. In 1932, the first woman to fly Atlantic solo was Amelia Earhart. She was born in Kansas. Helium, sunflowers, and the Western Metal Arc. Some foods made of wheat. There's a lot to read in this book. I love you, you're so awesome. I love you, John, you're so sweet. And I love you. Ecstasy, goodbye is over, why is going? Goodbye, why? Goodbye, why? Here comes he. See, where's it at? It's coming up next. There it is with a zebra and a black and white stripes. It's a cool, it's the letter Z. It's a mouse, letter in the alphabet. There's no other letters after it. Unless you're from a different country, then there's other letters. But if you're looking at the English alphabet, it's just C. You like my song?
Yes.
Thank you. Here goes the zebra. Running through the field, it is a zebra. Zebra, 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 zebra. Zebras. The end. The bluegrass state was nicknamed first blue-green grass. It's the 15th state, founded in 1792. Has the Kentucky Derby. Frankfort is the capital of Kentucky. Mammoth Cave is the largest cave system in the world. It has over 300 passages. Whose gold is stored in Fort Knox? Louisiana. The Mississippi River makes New Orleans one of the busiest ports in America. Baton Rouge is the capital. It's the 18th state, founded in 1812. What do these Louisiana words mean? Delta, gumbo, Cajun. Jazz began in New Orleans. Also the Gulf of Mexico. And there's Mardi Gras. Maine. The 23rd state, founded in 1820. Maine has many lighthouses to warn boats away from its rocky coast. Look, it's a whale. They have lobster, Christmas trees, Maine Coon cats. I didn't know they were from Maine. Augusta is the capital. There's moose. Who sees the sunrise earliest in the 50 states? Apparently people from Maine. Maryland, the 7th state, founded in 1788. Maryland has a very long shoreline with plenty of seafood to catch and eat. Has Annapolis, which is the capital of Maryland. Black-Eyed Susans? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? What song is that? Well, we already know what that is. And the Baltimore Oriole. We're almost getting to pee, John Paul. Massachusetts. Many historic events took place in Massachusetts. It's the 6th state, founded in 1788. In 1620, the Pilgrims landed. In 1621, the first Thanksgiving. In 1773, the Boston Tea Party. And in 1775, Paul Revere's ride. Boston is the capital of Massachusetts. What was the name of the Pilgrim's ship? And there's codfish. Oh, Mayflower, that is. It's also a flower. And Cape Cod. Michigan. Michigan is made of 2 peninsulas surrounded by 4 of the Great Lakes. Lansing is the capital of Michigan. What is the nickname for the Lower Peninsula? I'm not sure. Detroit is known as the Motor City because so many cars and trucks are made there. Minnesota, the 32nd state, founded in 1858. A little card fall down there. There it is. Minnesota has cold winter weather. St. Paul and Minneapolis are very close together. They are also known as the Twin Cities. The thousands of lakes in this state are footprints of my big blue ox, Babe. I don't think so. Who are you anyways? Mississippi. 20th state, founded in 1817. Mississippi has the look of the Old South, with many pre-Civil War houses still standing. The Mississippi River forms the winding western border of the state. There's paddle steamboats. Who raises more catfish in this state? I'm not too sure. Jackson is the capital. Missouri. Missouri was the gateway to the West when many pioneers traveled through. It's the 24th state, founded in 1821. For how long did the Pony Express deliver mail? I'm going to guess a pretty long time. Jefferson City is the capital. Our mules are the best. Show me. I think Missouri is the show me state. Tallest U.S. monument is the Gateway Arch, St. Louis, 630 feet tall. Montana. Montana has wide open spaces with fewer than 1 million residents. It's the 41st state, founded in 1889. The capital is Helena. What are glaciers made of? Well, probably ice. There's a mountain goat. Big Sky Country is the state's nickname. Nebraska. Most of Nebraska's land is used for farming. It's the 37th state, founded in 1867. What holiday was started in this state? Boy, I don't know. You got me on that one, John Paul. Lincoln, Nebraska. It's the capital. Lots of dinosaurs are found in Nebraska. I wish mammoths still lived in Nebraska. Nevada. Nevada has the lowest rainfall of any state. It's the 36th state, founded in 1864. What is its average rainfall each year? Not sure. Carson City is the capital. Bristlecone pines are the oldest living things in the world. I did not know that. The Hoover Dam is there as well. And Lake Tahoe. New Hampshire, the 9th state, founded in 1788. New Hampshire's colorful fall leaves, crisp winters, and quiet villages are typical of New England states. That covered bridge is really long. Why do they cover bridges anyways? In 1934, the world's fastest wind speed was recorded on Mount Washington, 231 miles per hour. That's huge. This state holds the first primary for each presidential election. I am the old man of the mountain. Looks like an old man of the mountain. Oh, New Jersey. I like New Jersey. New Jersey is densely populated and has many farms and beaches. It is the 3rd state, founded in 1787. Who invented the light bulb in his lab in New Jersey? Would it be Thomas Jefferson? Trenton is the capital of New Jersey. Cape May has many Victorian-style buildings. New Mexico. Old traditions as well as modern technology are part of life in New Mexico. It's the 47th state, founded in 1912. People can build with adobe in a dry climate. What is adobe? I think it's a type of clay. I am a storyteller doll. Santa Fe is the capital. In 1945, the first atomic bomb was tested in New Mexico. New York. Nature lovers enjoy visiting New York State mountains and lake shorelines. It's the 11th state, founded in 1788. The Finger Lakes are long and thin like fingers, and New York City is the nation's largest city with endless things to see and do. What country gave me to the United States? That would be France. That was a really bad French accent, by the way. North Carolina. North Carolina has mountains in the west, hills in the center, and beaches in the east. It's the 12th state, founded in 1789. Who made the first airplane flight in 1903? Is it the Wright brothers or Amelia Earhart? Raleigh is the capital. People enjoy the scenic drive on the Blue Ridge National Parkway. We've driven there before, John Paul. North Dakota. Homesteaders came to North Dakota in the late 1800s to farm. It is the 39th state, founded in 1889. What is a homesteader? They're the people that first built their homes there. Well, except for Native Americans, right? They were really the first. Sitting Bull was the leader of the Sioux Nation. Bismarck is the capital. I forgot to say the capital is Raleigh, North Carolina. Ohio. Ohio has many factories that produce rubber, office machines, refrigerators, glass, and more. Oh, how thrilling. This is quite fitting for Ohio. 17th state, founded in 1803. How many U.S. presidents were born in Ohio? Ohio has Lake Erie. And also, Columbus is the capital of Ohio. The arts and sciences are an important part of Ohio. Oklahoma. Oklahoma is home to more American Indians than any other state. It's the 46th state, founded in 1907. There's an oil well in front of the state capitol building. Oklahoma City is the capital. Everything is funny as long as it's happening to somebody else. Rose rocks are natural crystal formations. What were Sooners? Oregon. Immigration in the state began in 1842. Along with the Oregon Trail, it's the 33rd state, founded in 1859. Thought we were never going to get here. Salem is the capital. Has the Pacific Ocean on one side of it. Salem fishing is a big industry in Oregon. How deep is Crater Lake? Pennsylvania. In 1776, the Continental Congress signed a Declaration of Independence in Pennsylvania. It is the second state founded in 1787. There we are, Pittsburgh, John Paul, and Philadelphia, and Harrisburg. Pennsylvania had the nation's first libraries, hospitals, art museums, and fire departments. I helped start the American Revolution, and I was a scientist, author, and printer. Who am I? Do you know who that is?
Dollar bill.
Yeah, the $100 bill.
Pail means
Pail is a bucket. Or a color, depending on how you spell it. How do you spell it?
buckets means.
Like if pail, like shovel and pail. But if you're talking about pale, P-A-L-E, that's a color.
Pale means color of.
Somebody who doesn't feel very good. Rhode Island. Rhode Island is the smallest of the 50 states. It's the 13th state founded in 1790. Is Rhode Island really an island? Green Animal Topiary Gardens, Portsmouth. Providence is the capital. Rhode Island has many mansions that overlook the ocean. That's the Breakers at Newport. South Carolina. It's the 8th state founded in 1788. South Carolina has hot, humid summers and mild winters. Columbia is the capital. Where did the Civil War begin? Apparently in South Carolina. Magnolia Gardens is in Charleston. Hilton Head has a lighthouse, and it's right on the Atlantic Ocean. It's the 8th state founded in 1788. I don't know if I said that or not. South Dakota. It's the 40th state founded in 1889. Most of South Dakota is prairies or grasslands. Many of the books about pioneer life took place in this state. Who am I? It's probably a Little House on the Prairie girl. Pierre is the capital. That's a ring made of Black Hills gold. The giant sculptures of the 4 US presidents on Mount Rushmore is world famous. Tennessee, the 16th state, founded in 1796. Tennessee is known for mountains, country, music. Don't Be Cruel to a Bird So Cool. I guess that's supposed to be Elvis. What famous singer has a mansion in Memphis? Nashville is the capital. The steepest passenger railway in the world goes up Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga. Texas. Texas is a very big state, the second largest. 28th state founded in 1845. Just call me Tex. Austin is capital. Why do we remember the Alamo? Because there was a battle there. Oil drilling and refinery are part of Texas. And Austin is the capital. I think I already said that. Utah is the 45th state, founded in 1896. Mormon pioneers came to Utah in 1847. What did seagulls do that helped Utah settlers survive? Salt Lake City is the capital. Utah's landscape has thousands of fantastic rock formations. There's skiing and Arches National Park. Vermont. Vermont is a rural state with small towns, villages, and farms. It's the 14th state, founded in 1791. Montpelier is the capital of Vermont. How do people make maple syrup? Not trees. Biking, hiking, and skiing are popular sports in Vermont. Virginia. 10th state founded in 1788. The first successful English colony was founded in Jamestown, Virginia, 1607. Richmond is the capital. Visitors come to Williamsburg to see how the colonists lived. George Washington is known as the father of our country. Why is Virginia nicknamed Mother of Presidents? Maybe had a lot of presidents. Washington. Washington has wet weather in the west and dry climate in the east. It's the 42nd state founded in 1889. We make jets that fly all over the world. There's a Space Needle in Seattle. Which mountain erupted in 1980 and sent ashes drifting for hundreds of miles? West Virginia. 35th state, founded in 1863. West Virginia used to be part of Virginia, but became a separate state during the Civil War. Our state is very mountainous with hardly any flat land. Coal mining is hard work. Charleston is the capital. Why is coal called a fossil fuel? Because it keeps things burning. Grist Mill, Babcock State Park. And a rhododendron, or all flowers. We have a rhododendron. It's right outside our driveway. Wisconsin, 30th state, founded in 1848. Wisconsin has thousands of lakes that were formed by glaciers a long time ago. It also has Lake Superior. This state is famous for which group of products? I'm going to say milk or cows. Wisconsin has lots of festivals. The Polka Fest, Wisconsin Dells, the Twinorama Cassville, and the Great Circus Parade Week in Milwaukee. Wyoming, 44th state, founded in 1890. Wyoming has the smallest population of all states. What was the world's first national park? Probably Yellowstone. Old Faithful Geyser at Yellowstone National Park. And then Devil's Towers there. Lower Falls, Yellowstone, and grizzly bears. Washington, D.C. The U.S. government located in Washington, D.C. senators and representatives are elected by each state to come here. The District of Columbia. That's where the president lives, in the White House. Which state donated the land where Washington, D.C. now stands? I guess Maryland. The mall is lined with government buildings and museums and monuments. U.S. territories. The largest U.S. territories is the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. Millions of tourists visit the islands every year. Guam and the Virgin Islands. Also American Samoa. All around the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful beaches, too. Are the people who live in these territories U.S. citizens? Yes, they are. Then we have the United States of America. And they show all the states. Alaska is really huge. It is. I want to visit every state. These are called the Lower 48. And there's a bald eagle carrying a rose and all the states. It's a pretty cool book. Oh, a green sea turtle. And that's it. And these are the answers to all.
After finish music.
Yeah. This is a good book. The kitty cat's sitting on the wall out there. Charlie came out and gave him food to eat. And he ate his food. Now he's sitting on the wall. I think that's him sitting there. He's sitting still by the trash cans. Do you see him back there? See him by the trash cans all the way back against the wall? Under the bush? He's hard to see. See Charlie's driveway? Do you see the wall that runs along Charlie's driveway?
Yes.
He's at the very end of the wall, sitting there, very still. He looks like a very happy cat, though.
Ugh.
Looks better. Yeah.